Dolphin. Metroid Prime Trilogy. It's gonna be the black thing at the top. How much you want to bet? Oh, I need to do this thing. Controllers refresh. Good. Turn the screen on, and there we go. And before the sound doesn't work, like, okay, what could possibly break? Because that's what's gonna happen. The sound is low. I knew something would happen. Everything always breaks on video.
Yep.
Oh, I said it. Here we go. I hope. Huh. Fucking most badass intro music for a title screen. It's actually for a boss, but... Okay. Okay, now where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Don't know why that happened, but anyway, we're gonna do it. Anyway, me and... So, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Me and Aurora were just talking about DeviantArt stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly, we were bitching about adoptables.
Yeah.
But
and the fact that like how
not, they
easy
didn't-
it is to make a profit off it.
Yeah. Like you have role-playing games with adoptables. Is this like a battery rate? Did they just give you a free battery at the beginning?
Night, Sam. Love you too.
Oh, instant battery.
Sorry.
Maybe that's enough to get me through. Anyway, you have adoptable role-playing games. And some basically like you fucking make a shitty fucking monster or whatnot, then have someone pay so that they can have their own specialized version. Which, and by that I mean like they change the colors.
Yeah.
And then and my... I am failing right now. Okay. It's been a while. I just can't play this game. He just straight up died. Guess if you shoot them enough, they just die. Spam the A button. On a remote control, so it's like, you know, it's not like a GameCube controller. Wait, I'm about to make the same mistake. It's not like a GameCube controller where it's, you know, nice and simple. Please connect. I guess this thing's kind of broken. Yeah, the cable is getting old. But anyway. Where were we? Basically, make some shitty character with change the colors around and make people pay for it and make bank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never bothered with adoptables.
Thank fuck. We were bitching about it. I don't remember how it got started, but...
Oh, you said something about you were looking at like a Reddit thing.
Fucking... Reddit stuff doesn't matter. There's these guys again. Do they always, Oh, okay. Why do I even bother? When you fucking... This game uses that shit so much that you might as well, like... There's a fucking tax for shooting enemies. It's not free like it is in the other games. You have to pay with your life.
That's not good.
Okay, so this is the elevator that I need to go up. I remember there was like it was like Metroid Prime Hunters, where there was like some prototype where every time you fired your gun it took some energy from it.
Terrible.
Like, I guess nobody realized, like, it reminds me of Metroid Prime 2. I love Metroid Prime 2, but a lot of people don't like the beam ammo mechanic.
Yeah, the fact that you actually have to have ammo. I mean, it makes sense from, like, the design standpoint, like, you know, typically weapons require a resource used in order to
I better be
fire
invincible for this.
Wow.
Other
They're just freaking attacking and nothing's happening. You're too busy. Samus is so focused on like watching this happen that she doesn't even notice.
Is that it? Do they come through the wall more? There's some hole in here. Yeah, it's like the power bomb door. Okay, so this is damn it! This thing's chasing. This thing is. I'm chasing a missile upgrade. Okay, this better be a way out. Wait a minute, I recognize this room. I like the hoppers, but not enough to not kill them.
Yeah, especially since this is the type of game where you can't really avoid the enemies. Like, there's some that you can't avoid. Enemies like these that directly confront you as soon as you enter a room.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no getting around it.
Especially when they're so fucking... They're so much of a threat.
Yeah, they can actually damage you significantly if you don't get rid of them.
Okay, was it this room? Oh, this. This green door. where did this go? Right, this is the fucking... This is the, what is it? The gate. It's not a gate, it's a... This is the place where all the batteries go. It leads to the end of the game. It's almost like the barrier in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're down to 88. Or, you know, down 4 energy tanks. Okay, fuck it. I got stuck on a guy. That's not the right way. Okay. That guy just died. Now there's 3 more. Like, get out of my way. Okay. Okay, are you gonna get out of the wall now? No, you're just gonna sit there and die. Anyway, what else about this room is noteworthy? There's that, but it's not really interesting. Maybe the fucking this thing is after the big battery room. I mentioned it before, but like in the first game you had fucking temple, I think like ancient artifacts. Then the next game you had temple keys, which are both, you know, like keys to get into a sacred area. This game has batteries.
Yeah. Completely trivializes the last 2 freaking ancient artifact hunt.
It doesn't sound as important.
Like, technically speaking, if these are just batteries, couldn't Samus, like, if she wanted to, just go to, like, an intergalactic store and buy some batteries?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is she doing around here?
Yeah, like, maybe she's like, oh, I don't want to fork over the space coins for that. I don't get paid enough for this anyway.
Hey, little kitties. There you are.
I got attacked during a cutscene.
I guess they wanted you to cut to the chase.
Right. Save and enter the ship. I mean, do I want to? I could reload the save and then get the battery and then not use it right away. Give me a moment. Okay. Should go here. Though, wasn't there some new areas that I didn't know about? Like, there's areas I can go to now that aren't this place.
Yeah, probably. Especially with, like, I think you have all the power-ups for the most.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's definitely areas that you can.
That was another problem that I had this game. It doesn't really have the same sense of progression.
Yeah, like, you go to places and you do things so you can't do anything anymore. And then at that point, usually that means you have to move on to the next place. And occasionally there's a point where it's like, oh, go to this planet you've already been to progress. But it still feels a lot more linear. Like, it doesn't... The game... Because of the fact that the places are split up on different planets that you have to manually, like, select go to, it doesn't feel as, like you have... I don't really know how to word it. But it doesn't feel like have as much freedom to move around to your own leisure. Because you actually have to, like, remember to go places.
Guy doesn't only tell you, the guy just tells you, nah, there ain't nothing to see here.
What?
Okay, so yeah, there's this place. Let's go to here. I don't actually know if the Okay. Hey, there's a guy.
Most of the pirates have retreated underground, but you'll...
So this is clearly the way to go. Is this when this thing opens up? Like, I know that this thing opens up at some point. Maybe it's some event. And where did the fucking turret go? There was a thing that was right here. Comes down and shoots you, but it's not here anymore. I don't know why they got rid of it. Gotta watch the mini-map. Too bad it's in this locked perspective. I don't know if this is the actual right way to go. Anyway, maybe there's some place that I don't know about. Okay. If I go over here, it leads to that room, which leads to this new room that I didn't know about. What a freaky tunnel. Can I see it? Yeah, I can. Almost reminds me of Minecraft, like there was those tunnels in the Nether hub.
Yeah.
By the way, I got all the versions of FTB working.
Oh, nice.
And it turns out that the latest version, and this is amazing, the latest version of multi-MC can download FTB versions like from within multi-MC. You don't need to go to a website anymore. And that's just amazing because... Okay, so this... Okay, how do I do this?
Gotta be some way to shoot the thing. Oh, it's grapple. Oh, you have to like hyper grapple.
What a weird, like... I bet that'll only be used a few times.
Yeah, and before this is the only time it's used, I've never ever seen that freaking thing.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be like it's gonna be like fucking the spinner in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, there's like one dungeon that actually is like actually dedicated to its physics and everything. And then the other uses for the spinner is like I think maybe 1 or 2 like places in Hyrule Field.
Yeah, where you can get whatever the hell Zelda's equivalent to the missile is.
Yeah, like heart piece.
Yeah.
It's either a heart piece or a hoe. One of those in Twilight Princess.
Mm-hmm.
Spinner is just a waste. Even though it could have not been a waste had they done more with it, but you know. But that was just one of the problems with Twilight Princess.
Throwaway items were way too common.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
for ball and chain, even.
It wasn't just the spinner.
Yeah, the spinner was just the one everyone like seems to know about.
Yeah. It's the most egregious one.
But I think the ball and chain. There was some other item I forget most of. First of all, there was the water bomb that didn't need to exist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it makes sense for them to exist. It's like you can't light a bomb underwater, but I never really understood why there needed to be a distinct differentiation. And water bombs, the ball and chain, which there was some item that could do most, if not all, of what the ball and chain could do, aside from very specific things like defeating the Dynalphos guy who had it initially.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one freaking time.
Is this a teleporter? Oh, good. You can go out too. Oh, let's have a nice force field and leave this huge fucking security vulnerability open. It's classic. Anyway, what's this? Primary blah blah blah. It's a thing. It's a warp pad. Hey, is this that guy? Yeah, he is. You can see the mandibles right there.
Oh yeah!
I'm kind of surprised that this isn't just like the entire room is scannable. Leviathan optical. It's an eye. Target appears to be sensitive to any type of weapon. Can I shoot it? What's this guy? Invulnerable to all weaponry. But I can't even do it anyway. What's this?
Samus, it seems command codes are needed to gain control of the Leviathan.
Oh, that's classic.
We have detected that the abandoned ship Valhalla has not been fully explored.
Yeah, I know what it is.
It is possible that it still returns to Valhalla.
Yeah, go there and do stuff. I see. This is the thing that leads to endgame. But in order to make it work, you need to go through there. And for that, you need the batteries. Which I guess that's kind of similar. Like, you know, in, say, Wind Waker, you don't... You know, the Triforce pieces don't teleport you to the final boss. They just let you access the end game. Which is fair enough. But that doesn't help at all. Like, this is the only thing that this area does. This is a worthless fucking... This is kind of worthless. Why the fuck do they need a teleporter for this? You know, like, why do they need a train? Like, why do they need a loading zone? This is terrible. Like, you know what fucking... You know what fucking Super Metroid did when it wanted to hide areas?
Mm-hmm.
It just wouldn't show them on your map, even if you got the map station.
Yeah.
You still
means
need...
you'd be actively having to pay attention to your surroundings.
Exactly.
Instead of the game telling you.
Mm-hmm. Also, where the fuck is this, Where's this scan that I want to see? Oh, fuck, I just fell off. Oh well, you'll see it. Anyway, let's see if we can find any more areas like that. There's this. Fancy shit. What does that go to? Transit station to Leviathan. Oh boy. Almost looks like this area right here might have something. There's a red door right there. What does this go to? Wait a minute. There's this whole area right here that we haven't been to. But I've been here. So what was the deal with this room? And where does this go? This says leads to a thing. Get me out of this map. Actually, take me back. Okay, so it's clear at the top of this thing is where I need to go. Wait for the emulator to get a grip on itself. Actually, once you know once you know the intricacies of the Wiimote, like once you know the quirks, it's not that bad. But there's a problem with that. Like, for one, I shouldn't have to know how the Wiimote works to play the game. It's a motion controller, should be obvious. And you know... Anyway, here's this place. Oh, I hate this room. I hate this room. There's probably something I missed in here. Oh, look at these things. These are a pain in the ass, even with the phase-on beam or whatever. These are like the let's make it so that you're not having fun guys.
Yeah, oh, and moved into this room too. They weren't here initially.
Oh, right. You look down, like, you think this is the bottom of some shaft that's underground, right? Wrong. This is over a pit of fucking that shit that you don't know about at first. I remember this room. This guy can just, I didn't even have control over that. Okay. Fuck this room. I hate these guys. Why the fuck did they think these were a good idea? What were they thinking?
Not.
Oh, it's Retro Studios. How could you go wrong? It's infallible. And then you have shit like this.
Nintendo fans may say the other way.
Like, here's the thing. If you're gonna have stuff like that, make it so that it's not, you know... It's not that it's there. It's that it's impossible to kill. Basically, anyway. It's not worth it to kill them.
Yeah, even in hyper mode, they take a while to kill. Shooting with charge shot.
Exactly. I just never went into the store.
You just missed it.
Hey, there's something here. Hey, it's these guys. Free ammo. You see that right there? That was bullshit. You saw they were 1,000,000 miles away. And they still attached. Okay, so there's a... There's a, Space Pirate data decodes. But what does it say? You can't scan it anymore. I can't believe I just never went into this room. I don't remember this. Having to, clear out the launch pad.
Sorry.
What's this thing? Okay. I don't remember this landing room. I guess I never came here in the original playthrough either. I just sent a save. But this doesn't really... This doesn't help me. This is just another, like, there isn't another door in here. And now there's guys here that weren't here before.
One of those large harvester units was spotted in this section. Some of the pilots were trying to take it out with a bombing run just for kicks.
Whoa.
There's still pirates taking refuge.
This doesn't help me. Is this the great big fucking battery harvest? Fucking, you know... This is the game, this is where the game just lets you go. You know, go try and find as many batteries as you can to get as far as you can. I can't believe that that worked. What was that shit about? I can't see. Oh, I'm here already. Mash the B button. Shit. And then all of a sudden it decides to go up way high. I don't even know what's going on in this game anymore.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Finally. how that happened. What's this? Oh, I recognize this room. Is there any other doors in this room? There's not. Okay, what about... anything? There ain't anything there. There's nothing there. Okay. I'm gonna look up some.
Wait, is the goal here still just to find the batteries?
Yeah. I think so. I don't...
I didn't realize there's a counter for pickups. Which I'm assuming is all the missile upgrade.
I'm just trying to find... what is this? Man, why do all these... Okay. Get me out of this fucking shithole of a map. Okay. Two-way. Three-A. Okay. Oh my god, I'm fucking reversed fucking shit now. Okay, okay, I got it now. There's one thing that I need to do, and it's follow this door. Get my cursor off the screen. Okay, here we go. I don't know how it keeps it running at bang on 60 FPS on 144 hertz. It's fucking magic. I can't do that. That's my main problem with the game right now. I can't keep the frame rate stable. Anyway, did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way. That means I have to wait through a fucking loading cutscene that doesn't need to exist again. Like, why couldn't they just have this one room be up? Why did they have to have this one room be in its own separate area? It's like, if you go the wrong way, you're fucked. Area just kind of looks the same. There we go. There's another. thing that we have to take. And it's right there. I can't believe I missed this one. Okay. Time for another fucking subway shit. Oh, can I fast forward this, please? Please? I want a mod of this game where you can skip this shit. Almost reminds me, okay, it's not as bad as Sonic 2006, but fuck. Anyway, fucking finally, here we are. Back in the fucking beef jerky room. Is this even the... No, 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 no. Please no. Please no. Oh my god, this fucking... Okay, I got it, I got it, I got it. But guess what? I'm getting pissed off. I need to calm down. This is where the game just takes it in the ass, because... Oh, can I fast forward this? Config. I want hotkey settings. Graphics. There's a button that you can press to disable... I swear, that is amazing and insane. Disable emulation speed limit.
There's so many threads on VP lately that it's just like people criticizing the coming gen. No, like I think there'd be more threads like saying, "Oh, this looks really good," but significant number of threads of people just hammering you.
Good, there's a key that we can press that speeds shit up now.
Oh, fast key.
Yeah, it's the greatest key. Because it lets me skip that shit when I go the wrong way. Which I will go the wrong way again. Okay, so now here's the real question. What the fuck am I doing? Okay. You know what? Oh, piss. I want to get out of this shit pit. Let me out. Oh, good. Lag, lag. Oh, there it is. It didn't lag. Wow. Bottom. Oh, finally. We're finally out of the shit pit. I'm just gonna go there with the ship. Instead of having subway platforms that look the same every time. Skip it, skip it, skip it. Okay. If you shoot the guys, they kill you. Enter ship, Plex. I think we've got it under control now. You know, oh. Finally. You better hope you don't accidentally. What's this thing anyway? Oh, I just fell off. This big ass machine that the door is in. Anyway, what is the fastest possible way? Okay, you go up there, then you follow the door. That's what you do. Time to go to the... I forget what it's called. There's a fancy name for this, the diagonal elevators like this. It's kind of weird, actually. Finally, we're about to... Unfortunately, this isn't going to help me out. Oh, I hate these fucking assholes! This game sucks! I need to calm down. You're lucky that I fucking... Have I managed to miss the jump because of these things? Holy shit. That was my fault. And they don't punish you as much as I thought.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a thing right there. Okay, I don't know what those do. A ship missile expansion acquired. I still don't know. I know it's for calling airstrikes, but like, I don't really think the airstrikes are that important. Oh no. Oh my fucking shit, I can't control the mouse. I'm pointing the controller. Why do I, like, why is the, I'm gonna calm down. I keep saying I'm gonna calm down. It's not gonna happen. Maybe I should stop playing the game then. Is anybody even here anymore?
Yeah, I'm here. I just have no commentary.
Okay.
Freaking nuts.
Thank fuck. I was almost like, nobody was replying in so long that I'm like, did the internet go off?
No, I just literally have nothing to talk about. Can't think of any.
Now what are these things?
In fact, the Pokemon movie coming out soon.
Pokemon move, like the fucking computer generated version of the Mewtwo movie.
Yeah, well, that's coming out, but also the freaking
Detective Pikachu,
Detective Pikachu.
which is probably the reason why they're making a shitty remake of the first movie.
Yeah,
It's
to
like they
balance the fans, like the people who see Detective Pikachu and freaking cringe. It's like, oh wait, there's a remake of the next one coming out, or the first movie coming out. Oh boy.
What I think it is that they know they're gonna, like, whatever they make, they're gonna get fisted in the box office. So they're like, you know what? Let's just shit out a shitty remake of the first movie, because, like, I mean, we're obligated to make a movie, but it doesn't really matter what we make. We're gonna lose to Detective Pikachu. So yeah.
We're just gonna do the same thing we always do and repackage the same old product with a horrible new coat of paint.
Yeah, I swear, if all the other movies are going to be like that too, that, like, that I would hate it a lot. Obviously.
Honestly, like Detective Pikachu, I'm not sure if I'm gonna see it until like comes to Redbox, because it doesn't actually look that interesting.
Oh, I can't see.
It looks interesting enough. I don't know if it'll actually be good, but I can't imagine it being absolutely awful, considering how bad it looks to begin with. I think it'll be okay. But the remake of the first movie, I'm actually really excited to see, because it looks so freaking awful that I want to see it.
You want to see it just because of how bad it is.
Yes. It's like I said this before, like the art style looks like early, like, advertising CGI for like Pokemon cards.
This is almost like, this has potential to be so bad it's good.
Yeah, like everyone just looks so freaking uncanny. The fact that they actually have like they have the proportions of the old designs technically.
Right.
But then they have this detailed skin and these noses. These not like anime line noses, like actual freaking noses. It's like this uncanny fusion of the anime art style and like a proper like 3D human. And it's just really freaking weird.
Right.
And it looks bad. It just looks bad. And it looks like something they would do if they like. I could see, like, I've seen screenshots of the movie, and pretty much every still I've seen of it looks like it could be perfect for some sort of weird avant-garde set of Pokemon cards that they'd come out with. Be like, look, it's the Pokemon digital set. I don't know what they call their card sets, but it's like.
Oh, by the way, I'm here.
Oh snap! But yeah, I could totally see
there
like
it is.
These
experiment
from,
status
like, a really
report
weird, awkward
update.
phase.
Metroid Project Dread is nearing the final stages of completion.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
They're making reference to, like, I guess essentially a legitimized cancellation of the Metroid game.
Yeah. What was it like? It was like supposed to be like, oh, it's after Metroid Fusion. It was supposed to be on the DS. 'Cause experiment unsuccessful. All attempts at using Metroid as a weapon have failed. So are they saying that it was canceled?
Yeah, they canceled. Dread has been canceled again, this time in universe.
Yeah.
Clever.
And before it was just Metroid Federation Force. Fuck no.
Like, that's just really, really bad decision. The fact that I took it is baffling to me.
Hmm? You're talking about Pokemon?
No, I'm talking about Federation Force
Oh.
and the fact that they released spin-off to a series that people have been like hoping would come back for years, and they released this shitty spin-off of everyone's least favorite, completely incompetent Galactic Federation.
It's basically, they're basically a clone of the Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Like,
There are these lackeys that are part of this Federation Force. It's Galactic Federation Force.
mm-hmm.
And the thing is that the reason why you don't ever see them like have a very prominent, important role in where they are sent to places, they just die immediately
Yeah, all the time.
because they're bad. They're bad at it.
They can't
That's why
do
they
shit.
send. That's why Samus exists.
Yep. They suck, so Samus has to get called in every time. Anyway, this is where you read the lore. Please let me fucking... Oh, good. Oh, come on, that's a piss-poor menu. Metroid Prime 1. And the sides, there'd be like a menu for categories on the left, and then the items in each category on the right in big blocks. Metroid Prime 2 had this crazy 3D menu where you rotated it to select an item.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 3 has a fucking menu that you scroll down. Like, no creativity for this. Almost reminds me of, like, web pages from, like, the early 90s. Anyway.
Yeah.
I want to see... That doesn't help out. Inventory. Give me the batteries. Status used. Status used. Status unknown. Status used. Status used. Wait a minute. Docking control mechanism. Okay. Status used. I don't know what that one is. 135, 13S MET. Previous coordinates? Oh, I see. Used. Unknown. It indicates energy cells connected to storage facility. In other words, time to go to the fucking floating city in the sky again. Time to get lost.
I just found a new fake.
A what? A
New
fake leak?
Yeah, a new fake leak of people making like a 3D model of a fake Amon. showing, like, playing the video on their Switch.
And it's probably just like the YouTube app or whatever.
Yeah, that's what someone said. It's like, I too can make fake leak by playing the YouTube app, unlisted videos.
Yeah.
This time though, it's an object mod. It's called Metroid, and it's like a lamp.
They're fucking
Animated.
shitting on P-Nugget, are they?
Possibly.
LegendGuard probably doesn't know what that is.
Care to fill me in?
P-Nugget is a Fakemon that was created in a day for the sole purpose of creating a fake Pokemon Sword and Shield leak by using like a convincing 3D model and a short animation loop. Basically just was made entirely just to make a fake leak, but you know, anyone can do that at any time. The reason why it was made on such short notice of an entire day of just them designing and then modeling is because Sword and Shield had recently dropped its trailer and the hype was already brewing, and this one 3D modeler and animator and a friend of his who I think was responsible for the part of the design and textures, they were like, oh snap, what if we made a fake leak? And like, it did it really early on so people could actually pay attention to it and see what people's reaction to it could be. And they were like, well, we better do it as quickly as possible. And so they did. And they're only like, they weren't really expecting anything other than, you know, maybe some news articles would cover it. Be like, oh, is this real? Or, oh, it is real, because freaking news articles for like video games and stuff are some of the most retarded places on Earth. So we're just expecting something like that to happen. Like a few news sources pick it up and try and like sell it as real. A few people, you know, pay attention to it. They were not expecting the massive amount of attention it would get when they posted it to 4chan. And it blew up. There were multiple news sources covering it, multiple YouTubers covering it. It created an entire, like, divide on the site for people who were believing it with complete earnesty that it was real, and people saying it's trash and also fake and gay. And so it was like a war for a while, because no one knew, like, the truth of it. Obviously, like, you know, the guy wasn't gonna say anything about it yet. Like, it was just, like, they just posted the video and that was all. And so no one really had any information to go by. And then, like, when was it? It was like a couple of days later at least. I think maybe a week later. They finally came clean and was like, I made this, me and my friend made this.
I think it was like
It's
a
not
month
real.
or something.
Yeah, it was a significant amount of time. It wasn't like just a couple of days.
Yeah.
But they let it sit for a while. And of course this freaking exploded with a backlash of people saying like, oh my god, I can't believe it, like, this was so good, I can't believe you fooled us like that. And also a bunch of people also sighing in relief saying, wow, I'm so glad this shitty Pokemon isn't real.
I loved it though.
Yeah, and I thought it was pretty good too. Like, I wouldn't complain if this thing
No,
was...
that I didn't really... I mean, it was 4chan. Like, no, like, everything you take is with a grain of salt there.
Yeah.
Like, if you believe everything that you read 100%, and you can believe things on 4chan, but if you believe it all with 100%, you get called a retard.
Yeah.
But
You get called a retard no matter what you do. That's 4chan for you.
It's a magical place where literally everyone a retard, and a faggot. Whatever else. Everyone is that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place of equality and happiness.
And sending toads into space.
Yeah.
Get
But,
called
yes,
a faggot one moment, and then absolute master the next.
Yeah, based in red pill the next. Truly amazing. But
Yep.
yeah, so that's the story of P-Nugget, the fake leak that shook the world.
I was really fucking sad that it wasn't. I mean, I didn't really care if it was real or not. It's just that, well, oh, now that it's confirmed fake, there won't be any more artwork of it. That's cute. Because nobody cares about making artwork of a fake mon.
Yeah.
So what was it called? P-Nugget?
Yeah.
Yeah, P-Nugget.
Well, I mean, technically it didn't have a name, but everybody called it P-Nugget.
Because it looked like, even though it was actually based off of a food in Ireland. Something like, it was based off some type of like egg-related food. I forget.
Huh.
But it even had like a little bit of like consistency. Like, oh, it's based off of a food from the geographical location that Sword and Shield is supposed to be based off of, which is another reason why people thought it was real, because it's like cultural attentiveness. So, yeah, and it's like the person who, like, after the month passed and they admitted that they made it, they didn't made a YouTube video showing the process in which they made it, and basically them modeling it, like them designing it, them modeling it, them like texturing and stuff. It was a pretty informative video on how to create a fake leak.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And now everyone will be doing it.
Yeah, and everyone is doing it. I've seen like
2
or 3 come out.
Yeah.
That is the same thing. Like, someone makes like a modeled Fakemon. They put it in a place that looks like somewhere in Sword and Shield, and they have like a little battle screen pan of it doing a loop of animation. And yeah, so plenty of people have also found it to be quite informative and have taken to making their own fake leaks. Interesting, except for the fact that it's also not interesting since it's not a real leak, and it would be nice to get some real leaks.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the next, where is the nearest? Okay, it's just this way. Nothing to get too, worried about. Also, none of them ever post models. Like, you think if they make a fake mon, and then, you know, nobody cares about it ever again, it might be worth something. But the problem is, they just don't do it. And I know it's like, oh, you know, someone might steal it, but at the same time, there's a lot of free artwork, or, you know, like, at least artwork that you can download on DeviantArt. That basically never happens with models.
Yeah. Like, they did say, their video, the person who made P-Nugget, did say that him and his friend are planning on making an evolution to it. So it's not the end here.
Yeah, but they're just gonna fucking drag that shit out for views.
Yeah. It's really just a
That's what everyone's saying
now.
is like fucking, oh, this whole fucking thing was to start their YouTube channel.
Yeah. Considering they didn't have any videos on it beforehand.
Yeah. Because it's
I
like,
mean, that's one way to get attention.
yeah.
Yeah. This is a clever way to get attention too, like...
It's gonna be hard to fucking follow it up, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Like, if you're gonna follow up and, like, be the big, debater of the fake league community, like, create, like, next new Pokemon game, they also, like, create a convincing fake. Like, you're gonna have to be very, very, very secretive. Hide, like, make sure that the Fakemon you're making looks absolutely nothing like your typical art style, or else people will freaking know it's you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You're gonna have to make, like, 50 alt accounts and hide, like, the actual account among them.
Or just post it on 4chan again.
Yeah. But definite emphasis on making sure that it does not look like they created it. Like, it's gonna have to be a very different design from
Generator, huh?
Nugget one.
Yeah. Oh, there's Generator B, which I've never been to. How the hell have I never been there? Actually, wasn't there a thing right here? There's a prototype version of this, and it's a little bit different, but it's not that. I think I showed it on stream at one point. Oh, I already got it. Unfortunately, the prototype, like a lot of prototypes, is only the first area. Maybe I should show it on stream again. Is there the fan there? Yeah, there is. I'm curious. Yeah, it has the in the prototype it also goes down and then has the turn. Anyway, where's this next thing? It's over here.
The area beyond this door is over.
It has things. And the music changed to something spoopy, so you know it's gonna be like, hey, there's a dead guy. Target is deceased. Arvin, blah blah blah. It's covered in Phazon. Which is this fucking radiation jelly or whatever. Blue stuff. Doesn't really matter. Almost reminds me of Lavos. It's basically the same thing as Lavos. Anyway, oh, I remember. This is why I wasn't here before. Time to go and get... What's this thing? Security gate is locked and dumb shit happened. I don't remember this. It reminds me of like Metal Gear or something. What's this? How can this little chain link fence not be destroyed? Oh, that's fancy. Why did it lock behind me? Is it going to be like Zelda? Is it going to be Dark Samus? Is it going to be, Hey, it's one of these guys. Really? What is he doing here? stuck. I can't see shit. Okay. Vinny's playing fucking a Mario ROM hack.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't entirely...
Super Mario Land Deluxe.
Super Mario.
Like, fucking bootleg.
Wait a minute. I forgot I could do that. Let me get my fucking items.
Oh my gosh, you just click Pokemon and shit's going down. What the heck? Lucario is a demon.
What?
I have no idea what's happening.
Is
but
this in a
there's
thread?
No, this is... I clicked on the Twitch Presents Pokemon, and there's a Mega Lucario that's possessed by the evil power, and it's about to, like, freaking destroy Ash and Pikachu.
Hey, I remember this. I don't remember. I didn't see this, but... Twist the Wiimote clockwise and pull it away from the screen. This is a fancy fucking world. This almost reminds me of, like, Extra Mario Bros. So this is this is an episode you've not seen before.
No, I've not seen before.
Amazing. Usually it's the same thing.
Yeah, and it's I remember her, the rollerblade gym leader who gives you a free Lucario.
They give you a free Are they in the Lucario room?
No, they're outside at not Stonehenge.
I remember there's this whole fucking... What is it? Like there's an entire... Can I get through here? I'm unable to access this area. Bullshit. I know there's a way to get out of there. But then again, why would you come back here?
Huh.
There's got to be some reason. Does it really... Why is the fucking music still all spoopy? There's got to be some bullshit about to happen. Especially with the music like that. I mean... Like, the music's all gone fucking... What was it? Psycho, 1966. With the psycho horror music or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not scary. It's the classic fucking, you know, a whole bunch of fucking... Oh, I see. It's just this area's music. But anyway, the music with that movie was, what was it, a violin or something? Either way, it was a string instrument with a whole bunch of sharp string notes in a succession, all the same note. It's classic, actually. But it's the meme one that everybody uses for
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Shocking events or sudden scary events.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know, but yeah, imagine that over and over. But yeah, anyway, now that we got the last battery, we should... I can't believe I got the batteries that fast. I remember, like... I think I spent, like, a month just trying to get all the batteries or something.
Whoa.
Because I didn't know that the, I didn't know about the thing. Time for this thing again. But now that we got the batteries, that was faster than I thought. What's this thing next to anyway? Why is it so red? Like, what happened to make it like this? They never explain it.
Maybe it's like the galaxy. Like, it's just a red-colored galaxy.
I doubt that. It's like a star or something. It's like a star or something. Oh, here's the misshapen door. Oh, I wish I could fucking... I wish I could go out of bounds and look at that. Like the free camera. You like Boundary Break? I don't know if you watched that.
Yeah, I watched some of theirs.
Well, the whole reason it started is because Dolphin has this nice feature that lets you take the camera. Well, it lets you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lets you know quicker. Free cam.
Exactly. Eventually, they hacked together their own thing for other games, but it started with this. Are those baby Metroids? What is that guy right there? I'm going the wrong way. Okay,
I know what this episode's about.
I don't.
It's like a moral episode about like...
Isn't this like like, you know that thing where it's like, oh, Mega Evolution is painful.
Yeah, Mega Evolution is painful, and also Mega Evolution, like, not only is it, like, painful, but it also, you have to have, like, a strong bond with your Pokemon, like, make 100% sure your Pokemon the same level as you.
Yeah.
Or else if they Mega Evolve, they won't listen to you properly. As for the example of Lucario being possessed by the rage of 1,000 suns.
Yeah.
And then trying to delete Ash and Pikachu.
Anyway. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like, he got possessed by, like the elder gods of the Pokemon universe who know how much of a threat Ash is to everything.
Control mechanism within wall. That doesn't help at all. What am I doing here? Okay. What's this thing anyway? I get the feeling that this is like a bridge or something.
Well, yeah, I'd like to note that, this character's, like, gym battle team in, X and Y, what I remember, was just 3 Lucarios. Which is probably, like, the only time a gym battle has ever, like, had one of those trainers that has, like, 3 of the same Pokemon. It's bizarre. Because typically that's just, like, those trainers who's like, by all of the bug Pokemon I caught, and they have 3 Weedles, and that's it.
They have 3 Weedles, and that's it. Or
yeah,
Caterpies,
and they
or
wonder
whatever.
why they lost.
Yep.
Maybe I should trade more. Like, maybe I should catch more Pokemon than our freaking Weedle.
Yep.
But yeah, like, this freaking trainer here had 3 Lucarios, and like, one of them Mega Evolves, but the other 2 are like identical. They have a single move difference or something like that. But I guess it works out because she just gives you a free Lucario as you're leaving the town.
But I know there was this, like, one... There's some shit about to happen. It turned white. Hey, it's another one of these. I almost like these. These are almost like the hoppers, but they fly. And you can also shoot. You can kill them in one hit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Didn't know this entire room would activate. This is like the big battery quest room, but... Or more like this whole area is. Like, oh, you need a certain amount of batteries to get through. I've already talked about this, but I didn't know it would go this fast. Like, fuck. Hey, there's a Metroid dragging a guy. Bioform has flatline. Cause of death, puncture wounds from bullshit. Fine, I'll just shoot you. Because I don't really, And the guy just disappeared.
Wow. His body display.
X-Files theme intensifies.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, I'll just shoot you. Anyway, what was the next area? Doesn't look like there's anything that interesting here. It's like this area kind of sucks. At least there's still... I mean, this doesn't matter for gameplay, but apparently it's not a vacuum in here. Amazingly. Okay, so what's this area now? But what is this? Oh, there's a new thing. Hey, there's something here. There's a big-ass battle that happened right here. Internal bleeding wounds. Missile weapon is missing.
Eternal bleeding.
That's a space pirate that got shot. That's a guy that got shot by space pirates. Subject's neck is broken.
Ooh.
Oh, what's this? Galactic data feather. And her incident. Let's see what it says. Planet Aether, home of the Luminoth, was struck by a Phazon meteor 5 decades ago. The impact had catastrophic effects on the other already unstable planet, creating a dark twin of the planet and a dire race known as the Ing. A brutal war between the twin planets took place, with the Ing gaining the upper hand. The GFS TYR was sent to the sector to investigate pirate activity, but were forced to make an emergency landing on Aether. Shortly after, the entire crew of TYR was attacked and annihilated by the Ing. Hunter Samus Aran was sent to...
Is it just a recap of the last game?
investigate, and wound up entangled in the local conflict. Aran fought against the space pirates, blah blah blah. Samus won. Aether's dark twin vanished, taking over the Ing horde, and the planet's peace was finally restored. After the Aether incident, Federation sent GFS and her back to Aether to deal with the pirate base. Upon arrival, the crew and marines of Anher assisted the native Luminoth in dismantling an abandoned space pirate mining facility. During the operation, the crew detected the presence of Phazon. The ship's crew investigated and collected several hundred kilograms of ore, which would later lead to the development of the PED. That's cool because they went into details like, oh, this happened after Metroid Prime 2.
Yeah. Not just a recap, also like a bit of the afterwards.
Yep. I like how they're like recapping. It's like it almost feels like this is near the end of the game, which it is, but you know.
Yeah.
Like they're recapping the game just so that I like it when they do that.
Mm.
It's like the game's reaching a climax. or about to. That's like the perfect thing to do. Like, remind you of everything that happened before the final battle or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Earthbound did something like that.
Yeah. There's a
Smell.
lot of backtracking, like before you get to go to like Cave of the Past, you have to retrieve the Zexanite, which is like a compound found in the meteor that first fell, that started off the game basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so it forces you to go back one, which is now under alien control, and
Right.
everyone's like inside. So you get to see the like the first, basically like the beginning of what the world's gonna be like if they don't stop Gygas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that every place is just gonna be invaded with aliens and everyone's probably just gonna die.
Yeah.
So it gives you a taste of like, see this is gonna get worse from here, so you better do something about it.
Yep. Trooper appears to have been cornered before being impaled with a pirate melee weapon.
Boy,
What is this?
This is a very nice game.
Backup terminal online. What is it, like 78356? Oh boy, here we go.
Snap.
They have successfully removed the primary mounting structure around our stasis tank. It is obvious now that they intend to extract us from the Valhalla. It is vital that the Federation receive this transmission, severing main power. A large vial is creating a wormhole implant into sentient carnage, which is the source of all phasing.
Hey, we already figured this out. That just get. I like how that one just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
I feel like it was trying to be edgy, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I liked it better back during fucking the 101-hour Metroid marathon. But at the time I was, I believe I was 17 at the time. So, you know.
Long time ago.
Yeah. But that was a good marathon, though. I don't know what's gonna happen. Pirate code acquired.
Hooray!
The data you just acquired
That means you
appears
can
to
go
be a
back
space
to that
server
thingy
Leviathan
and
command code.
Yep.
It is likely that this code could allow us to control the Leviathan in orbit above the pirate home world. Find a way onto the Leviathan and use that code.
And use that code. Thankfully, one of the last things that we did there, besides read the Metroid Dread scan, was do a thing that allowed us to do that. It was kind of useless. The game's almost over. What the fuck? I feel like should I take the time to get 100% items?
If you want, I can do that.
Stop it. I guess I'll just collect items for the rest of this set. Before going to do the end game. The only thing is I've never gotten 100% in this game. Or any Metroid Prime game. Maybe it's time to pull up an item list. Maybe you can do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have to do it, because I have to see it.
Yeah.
Just... I swear this one looks bigger. I don't know if it's because it's like, oh, it's closer, but... I swear it looks bigger than the other one. As far as I can tell, there's no difference in the scans, which is how you tell one is different from the other.
It may have like what they may have done is they may have very slightly varied the size of the Metroid stuff just to give more visual variety.
You know what? In Metroid Prime, not Metroid Prime 1, but Metroid Prime 2 and 3, all the enemies have size variation. I mean, whether they use it or not, it's a different story, but like in the code, there is a variable that controls size. In fact, I think like there was a boss in Metroid Prime 2. It was one of the first bosses. It's like a giant spider or whatnot. And that's how they made it big. It's just the regular model because it's like the same model as the other one, but they just made it like 2x size or whatnot.
Yeah.
By the way, making something 2x size really makes it big.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, it's like more than you expect. Anyway, where is the other shit? Probably over here, but I don't know. Pickups 86 out of 100. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna look this up now. MetroidDatabase.com, which they have a new fucking... This doesn't really help. Metroid Prime 3 Plex. Features. Guides? Maps? I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yes, we'll never get a Mega Evolution.
If they don't already have one, they will never get one.
Yeah.
Okay. Metroid Recon. This is the only website that they actually took the time to go through.
Wow.
Chozo Observatory Satellite System, which I didn't do. Samus upgrades, missile locations, ship missile locations, energy tank locations, energy cell locations. I don't think I need energy cells anymore, but hey. Oh boy, here we go. As you first enter bullshit. Sure, let's go here. Surely there's a place that we haven't been to yet. Surely it's not maxed, I said. Okay, so it's just a giant space flower. What the fuck? That's what the pink thing was. Come on. Still can't destroy the big things. Still can't melt this. Okay. They used to be easy to kill. They really should have made it so you could turn off your phone. I swear, in the mod that I said that they should make, they should add the... Oh, and by the way, they should also add fucking motion plus support.
Yeah.
Fucking add motion plus support. Do that thing that I said earlier that I forgot.
I think I think at this point, like, for the future of time, they should re-release all of the Prime games on Switch as like a bundle.
Yeah?
With controls that aren't of the motion variety.
The only thing is that this game's designed for it.
Yeah, so you maybe maybe have that sort of thing that they did with like
There's a
Mario.
Yeah, Mario, but there's a thing in the options where you can turn off free, like you can make it so that the cursor's stuck in the center. Just in the default game. So it's not as much of a problem because they wouldn't. It wouldn't be as much of a problem as you think. There's the Yuzu Switch emulator as well, so maybe... And I mean, I doubt that the fucking, Metroid Prime would be that hard. It'd probably be like a more simple game to run. But then again, I couldn't run fucking... whatever game I wanted to play on the 3DS on Citra. Makes me want orange.
Yeah, it sounds like citrus.
That's their icon as well. Is there something in here? No, but I can go in there now. Oh, come on. They should have hit like a missile down there for when you get back here. Considering this is probably the final time in the whole game. And probably the entire stream that I'll be here. I said. Oh, good. What is that guy? It's like a giant crab. What's this?
Giant enemy crab?
Yeah. There's something here. He's gonna put his arms in this. He's gonna go up to a missile. Ding 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 ding. It's a fucking missile. Hopefully you two have had more interesting times.
What do you mean?
Like, have you done it? Have you made anything? Oh, fucking shit.
I worked on a little bit, actually.
You have?
worked on the Yan Mega. Mainly just painting and drawing.
It's a Yen Mega Mega. Mega
The
Square.
Yan Mega Evo. The joke is that everyone's thought of like, oh, Yan Mega should get a Mega.
Yeah.
A Mega Mega. This
Everybody,
year, it's like, let's just evolve it.
Yeah.
technically, well, the whole thing is, I mean, first of all, there's the thing where Yan Mega's clearly big enough to fly, but they can't learn fly.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense because it's a dragonfly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it even explicitly states in the Pokédex entry that, oh yeah, I can carry a person.
It does that.
Even though it's like, I guess, just actual Yan Mega just doesn't feel like it. Implying that, technically speaking, it could carry a person if it wanted to. But yeah, I worked on the coloring of that mainly. It's not... I also... Currently I was just working on, making the freaking album cover that I've been making for... I think I started it 3 months ago? Now almost finished. The shitty MS Paint style drawing. Tells you the state of things. But anyways,
Well, anyway, I didn't get to finish. Basically, yeah, the first thing about the Yan Mega is that blah blah blah. Second thing, maybe it's a bit too small to fly. Maybe that's why I made it so that it can't learn fly. I mean, it's big enough, but it's... It wouldn't be
If frickin'
comfortable.
Volcarona can learn fly, I think, and frickin' Genesect.
Yeah.
I just
think
don't think
Yan
they used their brains at all. It was an oversight. Especially with a dex entry like that.
I mean, frickin' Cryogen could learn frickin' Attract even though it was genderless.
Yeah.
Wait, how the hell did that work?
Yeah.
It didn't.
Wait, hold on. So it learns a move that's completely useless?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. I need to freaking get cryogen, cryogonal, however you freaking call it. It's the snowflake one, right?
Yeah. Cryogonal,
yeah, it's the literal snowflake Pokemon. I need to get that on my team. Sounds amazingly useless. I'll have to look through its moveset so I can learn what moves to teach it, and then I'll like make a I'll go through the effort and time to learn how to competitively play Pokemon, and I'll make somehow manage to make cryogonal my main by using some stupid strat, and I'm sure it's possible. No, it's probably in the U tier, like all Pokemon that are not.
It's finally dead. The giant shrimp is dead.
Oh, hooray.
And also, everyone says, oh, Mega Yan Mega. But technically, Yan Mega, like, it's not fully evolved in the first place. So there's that room. There's room for a regular evolution. Despite what people think. It's like, everyone in the thread is like, oh, fucking Yan Mega's already looks like a fully evolved Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually kind of agree with.
You gotta admit that, like, a baby Yan Mega little nymph would be cool, too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Baby Yan Mega.
Shit. Oh, fucking Oh, okay. Like a nymph cute mom. I could see that. This one missile down. That's all I wanted to say. And you did post that stuff. But I can't see it right now, because first of all, it's blocked by the... it's on the wrong tab. I can only see the tab.
Yeah, and I looked it up. Apparently, it was incorrectly stated on Bulbapedia that Cryogonal could only attract other Pokemon that are genderless, like Ditto and so on. But it turns out it was incorrect, and it literally just doesn't work.
It's pretty pathetic.
Has no effect.
Like, do they even playtest this shit?
I know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
It's like PC games. Let's leave that to the fucking players.
They'll make their own PCs. Or wait, no they won't, because it's a console game. Illegal.
Why did they turn green? Reminds me, there was this fucking... I was, like, they played the finale of X and Y again.
Yeah, because they play it on loop.
Yeah. And I was watching it. And actually, I think this is like before, but they showed Bergmite. Little icicle. Like this crawling icicle Pokemon.
Yeah, Bergmite, which evolves into Avalugg, which Bergmite and Avalugg are two Pokemon that I constantly forget exist.
Yeah.
But are actually kind of okay. So I wonder why I keep forgetting of them. Freaking Lucario is a demon again.
Look at this. That's an enemy from Metroid Prime 1, by the way.
Oh! Yeah, it does kind of look like little Bergmite. Did they steal a design, or was this just a coincidence?
Sure, it was a coincidence, but I mean, come the fuck on. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's just Bergmite's like a little insectoid creature with like an ice spike on its back, and that's also the same thing. In fact, they both have yellow eyes.
Yeah.
Bergmite.
So it's like, oh...
I'd say maybe it's a reference, but I don't think anybody cares enough about Avalugg to make that.
Yeah.
They don't reference it on Bulbapedia anyway. But then again, they don't reference anything on Bulbapedia.
Yeah, looking at it now, there's definitely some difference. I feel like it's just a coincidence. Since its legs are little stubs, they are like segments, so it's not overtly insectoid. And its eyes, though yellow, they have a purple ring around them, and they're also encased in the ice that's on top of its body. Whereas that Metroid just has a spike of ice, and it's not covering its eyes or anything.
But still,
very similar.
You have to fucking say.
Yeah. Maybe it was like subconsciously influenced. Like whoever designed it had played
That's
that
more
Metroid
likely.
game. And they just accidentally, without even thinking of it, went for this design.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now that sounds more likely. But then again, I don't know, like, Metroid isn't as popular in Japan.
Yeah.
Probably
I mean,
just...
I'm sure people still play it. Like, just because it's not as popular doesn't mean...
Well, if it's not as popular, it's less likely that they played it. And that's the whole thing we're talking about. Like, oh, how likely is it?
I don't know, honestly. Avalon, when it gets
They're
to
both
Avalon,
cute.
Yeah.
And I was, like, saying, like, you know, it's like some of these fucking Metroid enemies could pass for Pokemon if you redesigned it a little bit. Like these guys right here. Or the
Yeah,
fucking...
definitely.
It's like... And then it's like, well, shit, they already did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, like, they could have something there. But, like, oh, it's an... You know, they don't use it as anything other than an enemy. In a video game. Like nobody cares about, like, enemies in video games. Unless you're, like, a wiki administrator.
Yeah. Trivia about Avalon. It has the highest defense stat of all Ice-type Pokemon. Category with Regice, as both known as the Iceberg Pokemon. It's the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 514. It's also the heaviest Ice-type Pokemon.
Did I get that already? This thing up here. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. At least you can skip the thing, but... I think I might have already gotten this. Yeah, I already got this. It's B that skips, okay. B just jumps usually, though. Shit. Saved. This doesn't really... I'm kind of... I mean, I'm betting that, if anything, the missing items are in the, I usually come... Why do I come back here for, like, new shit? I mean... If only there was, like, a good Metroid Prime 3 item website.
Yeah.
Game maps.
Well, I'll be right back.
Okay. Item location FAQ.
You'll need all 9 to get all the goodies in there.
At least it's not the same thing as fucking 8. How many Triforce pieces are there? I don't remember. I wonder. Like, where was that one area? It's not that. It's not that. Okay, fuck this. Just pause. Where is the nearest? This way. Shit. Let's just walk off the platform. The targets for these doors are really tiny, too. Let's do it. Not as smooth as I hoped. Save and enter ship. Here we go. Fucking. Please do not touch the power button. It doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what next? What is next? This place. Landing site B. I'm gonna go here, just for shits. Vine sauce. I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to be.
Cubic.
Okay. We're back here. Actually, I kind of just did this on autopilot while I was just looking at the Pokemon stream while I played the game.
Yeah.
So much for that. Okay, so it's this guy. I want to see what he looks like. He's kind of like a flying horseshoe crab. But he doesn't do anything, it just shows you information. Here's this place. I don't know what to do. I think it's already done, but I guess that's kind of, like, sad because, like, you don't do anything here once you're done. A lot of these rooms are just, oh, there's
filler.
this. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's an obstacle that you need to get past, and then once you figured out how to activate the device or whatnot, it's just an empty room that you have to go through.
Yeah. Freaking Lucario's. Oh my god. This episode, or this like 2 episodes. It's just Edge Rising.
Edge Rising. That was a game that was so edgy that I hated it.
Yeah, I also hated it. And Vinny also hated it, cause, like...
He's like, fuck this game.
Yeah, he was literally like... Especially when it started playing, like... It started playing Linkin Park.
Linkin
slightly sped up.
Park.
Yeah.
Is that a
that's what-
meme?
Yeah, that's what Joel calls Linkin Park.
Why?
Linkin Park. Cause it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I
Like
thought it was
Halo.
some fucking language thing.
I think he like said it wrong initially, then he realized what he did, but he just continued with it because it was funny. Yeah, it's just a joke, just like Mayro or Pitch or whatever meme.
Fair enough. It's just like Mayro or Pitch or Sanic.
Yeah.
Wasn't Sanic the original?
Yeah, Sanic was the original. Or, actually, technically speaking, I think Ouija was the original.
Ouija.
Out of all the meme names. Ouija started with, Mario is Missing. Specifically the DOS release of the game. The artwork, like the sprite art for Ouija in that game was atrocious. In fact, the sprite art in general in that game was atrocious. And Ouija, and like Luigi, as is known canonically,
Yeah.
was just, like, his sprite was drawn really bad. And
Yeah.
he just had this, like, soulless stare. And because of that, it gained meme notoriety, and people started calling it Luigi instead of Luigi. Also, that game, the NES version, like, has a fully voice-acted ending, and the voices are awful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh joy.
Yeah, freaking Luigi just sounds like...
The developer.
Yeah, like, it was just... It was someone not even trying. And he makes a bunch of awful, freaking awful one-liners as he defeats Bowser. And then frees Mario, which is just the same guy putting on a gruffer accent in an attempt to kind of sound like Super Mario Super Show Mario. But he doesn't do it very good. And then they say they're gonna get pizza, and then the game ends.
That's like a real game?
Yeah, it's a real game.
What game is like...
Mario is Missing. Specifically, I believe the DOS version had the voice acting. It was an EduSoft, a licensed EduSoft Mario game.
No wonder Nintendo didn't like anybody messing with shit.
Yeah, because they'd made awful stuff like that. And it was a Mario game in the terms of it was a platformer, and it was also the first Mario game, like canonically the first Mario game where you ever got to play as Luigi, because your brother has been kidnapped by Bowser, and in order to get him back, you must go through the Koopalings. But the thing is that the Koopalings, I think, like, they'll freaking give you a quiz on, like, history, since it's EduSoft game, which means the whole idea is you have to go around the world on Yoshi and go to these different real world places and, like, learn history.
But it's like bullshit history.
Yeah. It's like freaking stuff that you'd never learn in history class, because it's like trivia, basically.
Didn't AVGN review that?
I think he might have. If he did, I don't think I saw that episode.
It was like the NES version.
Yeah.
And there was a thing where it was like... There was like King Kong... Like, he had to restore King Kong to New York City.
Yeah, which is... Like, you don't want King Kong back in New York City. That's why he died.
Yeah.
Because he was an abomination. No one understood him.
Not to mention, like, King Kong in a Mario game?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, what happened to
I
Donkey
just realized
Kong?
what's wrong with that. Like, Nintendo got sued initially for Donkey Kong because Universal was like, no, that's too close to our movie. You're making fun of it. And, of course, Universal lost the lawsuit, but still, like, they basically got sued for Donkey Kong. So having King Kong be mentioned in that game, like, bizarre.
Donkey King is best king.
Yep.
And I believe that was a, that was like some fucking edited Jeopardy picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, everyone thought it was real initially, I believe.
Until someone went through the Jeopardy archives. Turns out it was a completely different question. By the way, the answer was Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, oh, this shows you the fucking shit? Like, what are the fucking squares here? What are these? Oh, that's where you get items, the white circles. I get it.
What the heck? Oh, I haven't seen gameplay of this in forever. I looked up, the Mario is, missing DOS, and the graphics are so different from the NES. By which I mean they're janky and disgusting.
Yeah.
And they don't, like, half the time, like, the Koopas don't look like Koopas. Like, freaking Pokey
It's like the
doesn't
fucking...
even look like a Pokey.
It's like... It almost reminds me of like Mega Man on DOS.
Yeah.
Except the original was just as shitty.
Mm-hmm. Like, the art... The DOS version, like, figured out a way to make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Smooth. Except the attack went through the wall. Shit. What's this? Shit ass. Almost died. Here's a place I've not gone before.
Also, I'd like to note that the voice acting wasn't actually used in the final form of the game.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it was originally going to be voice acted, but they just didn't. Probably for the better, because they're all freaking awful. Like...
Accidentally ninja'd.
And they also had, for Mario's voice specifically, it's like they were in the process of making the voices when they shut down the idea. Because Mario's voice actually has a version where where the voice actor is doing a fake Italian accent, and then a version where the voice actor is doing the Mario Super Show York accent.
Right.
But the thing is that the Italian accent one is not actually fully finished. Meaning that they were like in the process when they were like, hey, we're not doing this, and they stopped.
So they don't have all the lines.
Yeah.
Oh, now that we've got a an item map that helps out a lot. Okay, now what way do we need to go? We need to go the very top. We need to get to the very top somehow. Good. Hopefully it's this door. Which it is. Hey there, Metroids again. I can piss off. Wait a minute, this looks familiar. Wow, how come I always miss the doors when I'm in there? Okay. We're almost there. Press my face against the glass. And go up the elevator. Got an energy tank. Oh, that helps out. Not all the energy tanks. There's probably 2 more. But I think all the energy tanks for this area. Okay. Oh, there's one right here. Hey, I've been here. The easiest way to get there, though, is through the ship. Oh, I hate having to do that.
I'm just looking through the voice lines for the Koopalings.
Yeah?
Of the Mario is missing.
Mm-hmm.
And literally all of them are freaking terrible except for Wendy's voice, which sounds like her voice from the Soup Show, basically. But all of them are freaking awful. Like, the ones that you'd think would have a higher voice, just like from their visual appearance, instead have like freaking deep, like Ganondorf level voice.
Okay.
And then Morton, which is like one of the ones that you'd think would have a deeper voice, and in the actual game, he has one of the deepest voice. He has this freaking high pitched, like gremlin voice.
Honestly, it sounds like they knew.
Yeah, they
That's
knew it
like...
was shit. They didn't care. And the only reason Wendy's voice sounds properly is because it's like the only female voice, and they probably just got like an intern to do it, or someone that they had on set.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's freaking awful.
Fastest way would be to go down this elevator. I still need to look at. I gotta get to the ship and save, and I'm gonna. What I think I'm gonna do is get some of the items off stream.
Yeah.
That's what I did for That's what I did for Majora's Mask.
Well, I hate to do this, guys, but I gotta get to bed because I gotta go to church in the morning, so...
Alright.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright. Night.
Night.
Good night. Fucking shit.
What?
I wanted to look at that stuff while she was still here.
Well, it's not a whole lot, really. I think he's seen the Yanmega before.
Okay. Didn't even get to say when the next time we could show up is.
Yeah.
Shit. I fucking hate this room. I hate it. I fucking hate this shit. Like, there's no way. Like, it's a maze. It's a big-ass fucking maze where you can't tell where you're going. I mean, Metroid 1 was like that, but I never had a problem with Metroid 1. So I don't know why this game is so frustrating with where you have to go.
Yeah, I guess it's just the same looking corridors. Especially in this area.
Maybe because it's like, oh, you can easily visualize the Metroid 1 map. Because it's a 2D map.
Mm-hmm.
But this...
Whereas this is a lot more 3D, and there's a lot of rooms stacked on each other, and double-leveled rooms.
Yeah, good luck...
Triple-leveled rooms.
Like, good luck fucking decoding this map. Even the map won't help you in this game. Okay, so I want to go down here. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. It's still amazing that LegendGuard shows up for our streams at all. I mean, it was just you and us. It was just you and me for... basically until just recently. Until just like 2 streams ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have never thought, like, if you told me, like, oh, LegendGuard is going to show up and be on our like, LegendGuard is going to be a part of our streams.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, really? I mean, that sounds unlikely. But I guess I could possibly imagine it, maybe, with a big maybe.
Hmm.
And now it's reality.
Definitely, like, I definitely didn't expect that. Definitely didn't expect even me LegendGuard, so yeah.
Probably barely knew who she was.
Yeah, I just knew her from, like, the few times that I checked out her, DeviantArt.
Mm-hmm.
And the few times you talked about it.
I'm curious, what do you, like, what's your history with her?
Absolutely not.
Nothing. Oh, fair enough.
I wasn't. I've watched her now since she watched me.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I have I've seen like her God Arceus thing.
Yeah.
But like even then, when I had seen it the first time, I didn't even know she was the one who made it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how little I actually knew about it.
Elijah. Okay, by the way, that almost reminds me of Ben. Like a person's name for a planet. It's not, I mean, Ben isn't a planet, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a dream.
Well, in the dream, Ben was like a name of a region on a planet.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, the same, it's a similar concept. Okay, what is next? Rio. Wait a minute. But there was some other shit. I'll just go here and hope it's right. Still need to look at the artwork. Wait a minute, I said I'd... Well, I want to get this item first. Let me, Oh, God. Okay, so there's an item right there. There's an item right there. There's an item right there. There's loads of items that I haven't got yet. But what's the closest? Oh, I hate having to, like... I'm guessing just... Okay. I like how the enemies start in the same place, which makes it easy to dodge.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of obvious. Oh, well. Shit. Okay. There is... Okay, where's the nearest item now? Go this way and then into there, okay. How do I get over here? There's a... Can easily make that. Shit. Oh. Right near the edge. Think you're gonna wait, there's something right there. Invader. Don't know what that means. It's probably the giant space bug that comes down and...
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, like giant bug from space that comes down and infects planet. That's got to be something, like, because Lavos is the same thing as that. There's got to be something, like, it's got to be, like, I wonder what the source of that is. Who came up with that?
Yeah.
Kind of, like...
Like, I guess it's not really an insect, though, in this case. It's like a squid or a cuttlefish or something like that. Insectoid in nature.
It's similar.
Yeah,
it's a similar concept.
Yeah, a weird creature coming from space that's giant and it destroys planets when it gets there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they probably just stole it from Chrono Trigger. Honestly. Or they stole it from some anime. Like, it's almost those kinds of things that it's like the hero's journey type of thing, that it's just, like, other people taking, like, unconscious inspiration from stuff like that. Like, this whole, like, it's essentially some otherworldly being comes down from space or somewhere and starts destroying a planet. There's like 50 million animes like that. There's like 50 million mangas like that. Probably 50 million books, etc., etc. Granted, there's probably not that many, as I said, but there's at least one of those genre in like every single genre of media. Just like the hero's journey or similar.
Mm-hmm.
There could be multiple different sources that they were inspired by. Did that. There was a terrible... Oh, I think I remember what it was called. Let me see if this... Yeah, that's what it was called. Skelter Heaven.
You know, Xenosura's kinda like that.
Let me send you this image of this squid from a game based off of an anime or the other way around called Skelter Heaven. And by anime I mean an OVA.
Mm-hmm.
They're originally gonna make it a series. But it was so freaking awful. And I should know, I watched the whole thing. The whole 30 minutes.
Huh.
Just because I heard it was really bad, and typically I don't watch bad animes, because typically it's way too much for me, but if I know it's an OVA, so there's only one episode I have to sit through, then typically I'll go for it. And with this case, yeah, Skelter Heaven, it's a mech anime, but more importantly, it's a mech anime about big-tittied anime girls. And it's freaking... it's awful. But there was an alien squid that starts invading Earth. That's the whole plot of the OVA, is that these freaking waifus, they go out in their robots that just look, it's the fan service insanely freaking in your face. And they have to go and destroy this thing, which it looks kind of okay here, like this giant space squid. But in the actual anime, the CGI is so god-awful that words do not describe how freaking awful this thing looks every time it's on screen. But yeah, like, it was just a really bad anime. It's all the hallmarks of a bad anime. Copious fan service, boring plot. The entire OVA is a single action sequence of the anime girls trying to defeat this thing and failing horribly because they're all freaking retarded. And
why don't you just link the entire thing?
Yeah, I'll just link it. It's on YouTube, or it should still be.
I want to see this picture.
Skelter.
Hey, it looks like that thing that from... Hey, is this... It looks like that thing. It looks like the thing we just fucking fought.
Yeah. Oh, it's not 30 minutes. It's only 18 minutes. Okay, that's even better.
Is that even an
Very
OVA?
good. Yeah, it's an OVA.
What does that even mean?
Original video animation. It's essentially like, it's called original video animation, like, oh wow, what does that mean? That's very generic. Well, in anime terms, it is essentially a series pilot.
Okay.
And or a special, like, short episode. It's either a short or a series pilot. And so this 18-minute episode was originally supposed to launch an anime based off of this PlayStation 2 game. And it's made by the same company who did a bad anime that you may have know about just because it gained a lot of notoriety for how awful it was, which was also an OVA, called Mars Wars. It's highly considered one of the worst animes ever created, and it's a single episode. Skelter Heaven is up there because it's made by the same company, and
Is this why you know about this?
yeah, this is why I know about this. Is because I watched. I don't even think I finished. I think Mars Wars was 30 minutes, and I didn't finish it because I got bored to tears. But this, when I found out about this, I also tried watching it, and I managed to finish it. And it's definitely better than Mars Wars in terms of the fact that, like, shit's actually happening, and it's not shot in, like, the most, like, insanely boring way that I could actually, like, stand to pay somewhat attention to what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the story is awful. The characters are awful. There's so much freaking fan service. Everything about it is essentially service. And when it's not service, it's just boring. And yeah. Other than that, it was really fun watching the squid monster kill the anime girls. With its freaking laser beams, because they were so incompetent that they couldn't even freaking shoot at it. Like, I remember a scene where, like, literally they're there, just like, I think one of them's telling the other to, like, shoot at it, and then she doesn't, and then it hits her, and then she freaking explodes. Something like that.
Just people dying all over the place.
Yeah.
No wonder there was no OV. No wonder there was no,
Yeah, I don't think they actually, like, died. I think it's just they got injured and fell out of the fight, but it was fun to imagine that it was, like, they're fighting this monster, and the reason why, like, this awful anime, which probably might have sold, considering the low standards that the freaking otaku crowd go for in anime.
mm-hmm.
Like, as long as there are boobs on the screen, they'll freaking buy it.
Right.
So, like, if this actually became a thing, they'd have to create a new cast of characters. Either that, or they'd have to freaking, like, do the before this happened. It's like the equivalent of showing the ending before, like, then making a series about the beginning before the ending.
Yeah.
Which is essentially, what's the point of even watching it?
You already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I don't think they actually die, since that wouldn't make sense for the start of the series. In the other OVA this company made, Mars Wars, though, there's plenty of death. There's plenty of expendable characters that die immediately after one of the first, most longest and boringest scenes. 'Cause, like, so here, this is a sci-fi mech anime, where this defense force of anime girls is employed to stop the alien invaders. Okay. Mars Wars is very similar in concept. There's aliens invading Earth, and they have a defense force, and they're trying to stop the aliens.
Right.
You have the fodder, who are essentially stormtroopers, only they're all anime girls, and they all die horribly. And then there's the main character, who wears this super suit that's made out of alien technology. And, like, apparently his father used to have the super suit, and now he's inheriting it. I barely remembered the plot. So, he's inherited this, and it's kind of hard to, like, it's painful to wear or something like that. There's, like, some problem he has with it. But, like, in the first scene where you see him in the super suit fighting another alien, like, there's just pointless violence for no reason. Like, pointless violence of the stormtrooper type characters. And then he's just standing there as an alien, like pokes a spear, like, through the armor. He's just freaking standing there. And it, like, attempts to kill him, and then he finally, like, kills it instead.
Link this too.
Yeah. And then there's and then the twist. The freaking twist is just beautiful. So they go back, he recovers, they're like, you should be more careful. And he's like, okay, or something. And then they do a bunch of like technobabble, and it's freaking boring. And then they get back on the field because there's another attack, and this time it's like the aliens themselves and not like a robot or something.
Huh.
Mars.
When you say that, I just can't help but think about that one WAD that I played.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like it's about that. Is it Mars Attack? Is that what it's called? It's Mars something. Mars...
Well, just search for, like, worst anime ever.
Worst
and then have Mars in the name.
Ever. Mars. Mars of Destruction, okay. That was close. It was Mars something with war in it. Mars of...
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I think it's because the suit is called Mars, or that... No, the aliens are from Mars. Okay, here's the twist. Here's the big twist with the aliens, and I'm telling you now because you probably won't want to watch the whole thing because it's bad. Also, this is not the freaking thing. Okay, here it is. Like, alright. So the twist is, super suit protagonist comes in on the scene, more anime girls are dying at the hands of this alien guy whose design isn't terrible. And so he starts fighting him, and then, like, it's terrible the way this anime just freaking throws around their protagonist and makes him seem extremely pathetic. Because he doesn't last, like, at all in the fight. And the alien, like, grabs him by the arm and freaking breaks his arm and then throws him to the side.
Wow.
Yeah, he's freaking pathetic. He's the worst protagonist. He's wearing a super suit, and yet he lets himself get attacked and then gets his arm broken. And then after that, the alien stops attacking. I think it's like communicating with them. I forget what it says. But the next thing it says freaking stuck with me. It's like, we're trying to destroy you because you're the aliens. We used to live on Earth, but then you guys came along and pushed us to Mars. That's why we're trying to destroy you, to take back our home. And then it leaves. And I was like...
And then it leaves for no reason.
Yeah, and I was like, that's freaking retarded.
Look at this shit right here.
It's so bad.
Okay.
What the frick is that? Why is it there?
Well, okay, what I need to do is figure this thing out. Unable to restore blah blah blah.
Right.
Well, how the hell do I get up there then? There doesn't seem to be a way to get up there.
Maybe you go up.
Maybe it's. I got an idea.
Maybe you go into that tube at the base. Maybe there's a way to get up there, and then you just like screw attack across. Base jump, whatever.
Looks like there might be a way to get up from here. You can clearly walk on the top of this. I didn't even know that this area existed right here.
Huh.
And it's not even, like, there's no question. You know, last time is like, I might have been there. This time, I don't remember this place. I didn't get this item. Reminds me of Gmod almost. I guess this map kind of like is... Metroid Prime 3 kind of does look Gmod-esque. Or I guess it kind of has that Metro... It has the Half-Life 2 kind of look to it. Okay, next. 92 out of 100. We're getting close. Need to find another dot. I got an idea. I'm gonna click on Rio. And there's the stars here, too. There's one. There's one that's 93. That's 94. Don't see any more here. $95, 90. Wait, what? So yeah, we're still 94. If there's any more here, I'll shit my pants. 95, 96. Oh, so you can get over there. That was this there. There doesn't seem to be X's right here. Maybe it's because there's, oh, like, this is the final area. You don't want to be spoiled the entire game, so you still have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
But definitely, stop it. Just get me out of this. I'll go back to the ship, which, of course, in standard Metroid Prime 3 fashion is a mile away.
Oh my god. I just checked the My Anime list
Yeah?
rating for Mars of Destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first review,
Yeah?
December 30th, 2009, is a joke review. Yeah, this is by far the anime medium's magnum opus. Mars of Destruction is the best animated movie I've seen in years, if not ever. In terms of science fiction related media, this blows other greats such as Heinlein's work Battlestar Galactica and Neon Genesis Evangelion out of the water. Truly an experience that I will never forget. And oh, what an experience it was. Story, 10 out of 10. This film is highly philosophical. I actually felt regret when the big bad ancient guy told random armored cop dude that the humans were the true invaders of Earth. It's a stunning twist, and on the whole, through thought-provoking. It was like something written by Kafka. Our animation, 10 out of 10. The movie was so amazing it actually makes Dean's animation look like Madhouse by comparison. They're talking about anime studios, and give me more appreciation for other anime titles. I love you, Mars of Destruction! 3 exclamation points.
You know what
Sound.
they should have done?
What?
Oh, yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, they did sound, characters, enjoyment, and overall. It's just short blurbs for each of them though. Sound, 10 out of 10. The voice acting is absolutely perfect. When the characters yell each other's names repeatedly, you will feel the emotion. The OST, recorded by Beethoven himself, is also marvelous. He did an excellent job as always. Characters, 10 out of 10. Characters are all equally well done. From green-haired girl to blue-haired girl, it's so easy to tell them apart. I especially enjoyed the doctor's dialogue, as I would have not known the girl whose head exploded was dead without the helpful reminder that she won't make it. Enjoyment, 10 out of 10. Yeah, from what I remember, the writing, just everything about it was bad. This picture is absolutely riveting on every level. I could watch it over and over and never get bored. Overall, 10 out of 10. Run, don't walk to your nearest YouTube to catch this masterpiece as soon as possible. You won't regret it.
Wow. You know what they should
Yeah.
have done? At the very end? Okay, skip the fucking 10 out of 10s. Because it's, like, clearly praising it, and, like, you know, it's a joke, obviously.
Yeah.
But remove the 10 out of 10s that are, you know, in between everything. And
yeah, like, what they should have said is that I would rate the other parts, but you know how perfect it is already.
And at the very end, like, say something like, "This is the greatest anime ever. 0 out of 0."
Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway,
so
that's
it's-
the end of Metroid Prime 3 for tonight.
Yep.
I think I will go get items.
Hmm?
I will get the rest of the items that off camera. Or maybe next set'll be all the items that I can find. Which might be... it would be Thursday, wouldn't it? Because this is... Unless you're gonna... When do you think you'll show up again?
Probably Thursday. I don't think I'm showing up. I still have too much stuff to do.
Can't show up tomorrow?
Nah.
Thursday, then. That sucks. Oh, well. Also, I regenerated the FTB instances.
Mm.
So all the Minecraft FTB versions work. Have Ultimate, 2.6, 2.5, 2.2, and all created by MultiMC. If you can see this, you go Create Instance, go FTB Legacy, and then you can select what mod pack you want. And then you can select what version you want right here.
Yeah.
And then click OK and it'll download it. So you don't even need to go to their website anymore. Just if you're using old launcher, get MultiMC. And that is the end of the stream, so I hope that you all enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time. So, see ya.
See ya.